أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Today our topic is secrets of exam preparation tips. For better or worse, exams are part of your studies, and every student has to go through them. However, there are tips on how to go through this nightmare successfully. First and foremost, your preparation needs passion, practice, and trials with errors. As you think about studying and method that are right for you, consider the following points as they will help you get the most out of your college exams. When studying, keep things in mind the various recommendations that are known to us, but it is permitted to adopt this method from the very start of study rather than on exam day, since this is the way that makes you able for exam preparation and helps you pass your academic tests. Although all the methods are important, some are the ideal and most suitable situational ways to study. Knowing how to prepare for an exam is essential for achieving high scores in academics, which will lead to a successful professional life. Battling exam lead to overcoming the challenges that arise throughout the life. The preparation for an exam must be accompanied by the time and dedication, since only if you maintain the progress will you be able to obtain the necessary learning except for the curriculum. However, we never know which one is best for us and how to adapt the best way to study for the exam. First, revise previous exam. Look upon the errors that you have committed in previous exam. Avoid making those mistakes again. This is particularly useful if you are looking for tips of preparing for the board exam. However, it is also a helpful development when you are looking at papers from other courses. Considering previous exam, do you notice any of the following? You didn't study or you studied the wrong. You felt the symptoms of exam, anxiety, panic attack, and inability to consider how to cope with these. You have made careless error like not following direction and jumping to conclusions. You wrote incomplete sentences. You felt sleeplessness. Once you notice the error, you can start to develop strategies for addressing them. If you don't understand what kinds of method to adopt, first make a study plan. Mapping a study plan before the exam while staying at home. This exam preparation group study will allow you to avoid stuffing and help you lessen the stress. Most probably, you will have a study together in Zoom. List down all the topics you will be studying. You will find it helpful to look up your course outline and your lecture notes in short form. Try to revise all your notes one day before the exam for a general review. Pen down the day and time that you are supposed to give to each topic and subject. Check out further topics from your list and mark them as most important or less important. This can help you to save time. Do practice by imagining you are performing. Try to practice more to come out of the exam situation and feel confident. Find to make up the possible practice questionnaires for the exam. Put your books away and complete your questions with time condition. This is a scientifically proven effective strategy to cope with anxiety and lower exam stress. There are a number of ways you can find or create practice questions. Look at the chapter view questions. Turn the headings and your lecture note on the questionnaires. Use questions from textbook or search through the internet. Participate in group study and ask each other questions based on material and learning. Make small notes or points to look at things later on. Be well aware of what your lecturer wants. Write down the objective of your studying before you actually get started. For example, if you are studying World War II, bring out the most important part of the topic and make sure you have a full grip on it to comprehend the classes. The first step towards winning marks is to make sure that you understand what is expected in the exam. If you are unsure about what is expected in an assignment, contact your lecturer or a tutor for clarification. Before beginning work, you may also ask them to show you a sample of work that might receive a different grade to assess you in grasping the standard. Make a steady schedule. Many people waste time studying because they don't have a strategy. You must be organized and efficient in order to earn excellent score. When studying for a test, make sure you know what to do at all times and are aware of sacred study tips. Weekly planning can help you select how much time to devote to each subject each day and week. Make use of excellent study strategies. To be successful in school or university, you must employ efficient study approaches that are tailored on your specific needs. The key to earning excellent scores in examination and tests is to use efficient study strategies. You may by now be familiar with certain study methods. Now is the time to enhance them and learn new ones. Study when you are tired. This is proven result as the mind work well. It happens because when you are tired, you are more likely to keep the ability of a large understanding. Such as speaking a foreign language, it is called as a sleeping learning. During this time, the memory consolidation process works best during slow wave sleep. Your mind receives both the repair and the reactivation if needed during a test. Take the practice test. Take on the role of a teacher. According to research, when students acquire new material with the prospect of having to teach it to someone else, their memory and remembering the things are improved. This makes logical reasoning because teachers are responsible not just for learning material for themselves, but also for organizing crucial components of that information in order to properly communicate it to others. Studies also show that when pupils are asked to take on the role of the teacher, they become more attentive and spontaneously seek out ways of memory and organization. This is especially useful for physics reading and comprehension. However, part of the magic is calculating on how you had teach each subject on an individual basis. Organize your material before the exam. This is important for many courses. You need to absorb both the detail and the larger ideas in the course material. It is also essential to see the connection of various concepts in the course. There are a number of ways for a note-taking method that you can see to organize your exam material in a number of ways. Mind mapping, one of the ways in which mapping group the material according to its importance. The best way is to make a diagram, summarize the lecture, and get an overview of concept. Outline the heading in your book or study journals. This is useful to immediately spot the lecturers and teachers' point. So this is our short lecture about the secrets of exam preparation tips. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.